it's great to be here finally.
Oh, yeah. I enjoy your work. I know you still live in I was going to say Barry Levinson is from Baltimore.
Yes,
he does a lot of films there, but I think he lives here. But you still live there.
Yes,
in
Baltimore. Yes, I do. See some Baltimoreans in the audience, right?
Never felt you had to come here to
I have to come here to get the money to make the movies, yes. But no, I like living in Baltimore. You know,
it's a lovely
still
area.
Extreme. It's a great place. It's now, everybody wants spring to happen. So as soon as it's 40 degrees, everyone's nude. It's true. They walk around without a shirt, shorts on, everything, pushing summer. You know, it's a big look there.
Pushing the envelope. Pushing the envelope. So now, when you started doing your films, obviously some of the early work was perhaps questionable in terms of taste.
That's being polite, yes.
How about your folks? What was their reaction to your film? I mean, your dad in fairly normal family.
My father paid for Pink Flamingos, but he, you know, it was the opposite of a Hollywood pitch, what I have to do today. He told me, don't tell me what it's about, and I'll give you the money. And they've never seen Pink Flamingos. Why force my parents to see Pink Flamingos? That would be kind of cruel, I think.
That probably would. Probably. Now, did you do the whole film school route? Did you?
No. I didn't go to film school at all. I learned from doing it, basically. I wish I quit school when I was 16. I would have made 2 more movies, I think.
You know, I think that's a good message to send to young people. I wish.
Well, I went to Catholic.
I had quit earlier.
Yeah, I went to Catholic high school, and they were not real eager what I wanted to do. They discouraged my interest.
Oh, is that right?
Yes.
Were they very? Now, I had a lot of friends who went to Catholic school, and they used to put out a list, didn't they, of films that you could see?
Oh, sure, yeah. If you went to hell for them, of course, I went to see every one of them right away. And that was in grade school, though. The nuns would read, "Love is my profession," "The Bed," and I'd think, what are these movies? You know, so I'd go see them all the time. I still am very interested in extreme Catholic behavior before the Reformation. It's one of my hobbies, actually.
Really?
And I just read a great book called Encountering Mary. And it's about all the times that Mary appeared to children. And the most curious thing is she always appeared to children and then told them, don't tell the Pope. Which is so odd, I think. Why would you do that to a child? You know, of all the people you'd want to tell, if Mary appeared to you, you'd want to call the Pope and tell him.
Right.
It seems a very surreal thing.
The Pope would feel bad that the
Why? It didn't appear to the Pope? I guess. I don't know. It's something I think about almost daily.
Now, I would guess you were hit with a ruler one too many times.
No.
Did you? Were you constantly being thwacked?
I was hit. The last time I remember being hit was by a Christian brother when it was a rolled-up holiday magazine. It was.
You sound like you liked it now.
No. Not by him.
Because I remember the first. Well, Pink Flamingos was one, but the one that sort of was it polyester?
That's the one that you smell.
You have to scratch and sniff cards.
Odorama. They just re-released that with new Odorama cards.
All new smells.
In Laserdisc, which I don't even have a Laserdisc player.
Now, how do you come up with the, well, I guess, where do you find smells? I mean, how do you...
Well, the 3M company had a library of smells.
Oh, that's a...
And which I was quite happy when I heard, but they didn't have some of the smells that we wanted. But I couldn't tell them at the time because I hadn't made hairspray, so it wasn't safe to like me. So I told them we needed 1 million rotten eggs, and I really needed it for something else that smelled similar.
Oh, I see. And then it just kind of...
It was number 2 on the card.
Right. All right, listen. Let's take a little break. We'll talk some more. And there's something else I want to ask you about rather than usual. More with John Waters right after this. Be right back. Right back. Not fun. Welcome back, talking with John Waters. I must say you have a wonderful, wonderful eye for bad taste.
Thank you.
And I don't mean that. I don't mean in a bad way, because you always have these wonderfully bad taste little things in the film, which just make me howl like in Serial Mom. But now, you know, when I always read these things and they say in the bio, was it Sultan of Shock or somebody said you do these shocking. Is there anything that shocks you at this point? Do you find anything where you just go, I'm sorry?
Somebody just told me about a new sexual underground that I had never heard of. It's called sploshing. And what sploshing is the erotic act of throwing a plate of food on your loved one. Now, there is a whole magazine, and I'm not making this up.
Now, that's a real...
Yes, and in it, they have grown women in fully dressed sitting on pies, and that's supposed to be erotic. And I thought, well, I've never tried it. I mean, who knows? I mean, you're on the road, you're lonely. Maybe I'll come home and sit on a pie. I don't know. It's safe.
Now, if there's anybody here that would have sat on a pie, John, maybe you could...
Have you ever sploshed?
No, but I'm damn hungry right now.
Well, It means that Animal House was a dirty movie, and we didn't know
And
it.
this is real. These are people that enjoy.
There's in here, there's personals. I mean, actual, you know, columns for people finding other sploshers. They call themselves muckers, people that do it. And they have videos, another fine mess. This is what, male 25, occasional TV. He's got a lot of problems. Not only is he a splosher, he's a heterosexual transsexual. And he is seeking female or other TVs with fun with eggs, baked beans, or tomato soup. Oh, this is real. This is a real thing.
And no weirdos.
No,
Yeah.
right. Yeah. So,
And no smoking.
I don't know. So now,
So that's like
the
a
next
new-
time a waiter spills something on you, don't be so sure it was an accident, really. It shocked me, yes. It made me feel very healthy, actually.
Now, do you see things that, in life where you sort of, you try, you know, as a comedian, you try to find those things that just annoy you, be they
Yes.
ads of, like my particular favorite is that one that's a priceless introduction to the classics that will enrich every home. You ever seen that record collection?
Yes, yes.
And they show this man standing in a little room, and there's a piano, a candelabra, a bust of Beethoven, red curtains. It's like a bum's idea of how a rich guy would live.
Right,
you know?
right.
A little room crammed with expensive-looking things, you know, and it makes me howl. I mean, are there things that you see that just annoy you? That you
Certainly. I mean, every day I think somebody, you want to kill somebody 10 times. You just don't do it.
Right,
and
right.
that's what Serial Mom's about. My new movie is,
Right,
is a
right.
woman that basically so many things get on her nerves, she just eliminates them. It's a feel-good movie, basically. I think it's a movie where at the end you wouldn't mind if she bumped off a couple more people while the
Right.
credit rolls at the end.
Well, the funny thing about this movie, not giving it away, if you follow the Menendez trial
Right.
and all these people that get off because of, you know, a victim and this, that, and the next thing,
Well.
it's sort of timely, and that's what made me laugh, especially.
Well, I think it certainly is. It, accidentally, almost. I wrote this movie 2 years ago, and but Serial Mom could happen before it opens in 2 days. You never know these days what could happen.
So it's not based on anybody in particular.
No, it isn't. Certainly, Kathleen Turner plays the part as a really good serial killer, somebody that means well and she just overreacts.
No. It's a very funny movie. It's an unusual movie, but it is. It's very funny. It made me laugh. Let's take a look. Here's a scene from Serial Mom.
You know, once she is arrested, her whole family's life gets better instead of worse, which could only happen in America,
Oh, yeah,
really.
right, of course. Then he starts...
The daughter starts dating a reporter, the son becomes an agent, gets her a big deal.
Yeah, it's
it's just
hysterical.
what happens in America today.
You know, I'm watching the film. Now, tell me, when they show the jury, because I know you like sort of unusual casting. Was that Patty Hearst?
Yes, it
Oh,
is.
it's Patty
She was in
Hearst.
my last film, too, yeah. Patricia Hearst has been in a couple of my movies.
I mean, do you particularly try to find certain...
Well, I think she has a screen presence. I wouldn't use her if I didn't think she's
No,
good.
I'm not making fun, but I mean, you sort of like, for somebody, there's a certain category.
Well, I certainly sometimes think of putting people in movies that maybe everybody else wouldn't use. Certainly,
Right,
yes.
yeah.
But I love working with Patty Hearst. She was a great person to hang out with. I was at her trial, which made her nervous, but...
Well, it's very funny. The movie opens when? This Friday?
It opens, yes, this Friday.
This Friday.
At a theater near you.
Serial
yes.
Mom, and very unusual, and very, very funny film. I
Thank
really
you very
laughed
much.
out loud. John Waters, thank
Thanks
you very,
for having
very
me.
much. Be right back right after this.